Hello everyone. Welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. Young and the Restless spoilers. Devon betrays Abby. Steamy one-nighter before wedding day hits. Young and the Restless, Y&R, spoilers reveal that if history dictates anything, Devon Hamilton Winters, Brighton James, is close to betraying the mother of his child and fiancée, Abby Newman Abbott, Melissa Ordway. Devon has cheated on pretty much every one of his girlfriends in the past, so will Abby be any different? I&R spoilers remind fans that Devon has a steamy past. When he was with his first love Roxanne, Tatiana Ali, he had a controversial one-night stand with Tyra Hamilton, Eva Marcille, a woman whom he thought was his aunt. Thankfully, it turned out she wasn't his biological aunt. But Devon's cheating ways didn't end there. He ended up cheating on Amanda Sinclair, Michelle Morgan, with Elena Dawson, Brittany Sarpy, twice, and cheated on Amanda one more time with Abby, which is how he landed in the Dabby romance. Not to mention the fact that sleeping with Tyra was not only a betrayal against his gal pal, Roxanne, but Tyra was also his adoptive father's girlfriend, so he was also disloyal to Neil Winters, Christoph Street John. Devon also went behind his father's back and had an affair with his wife at the time, Hillary Curtis, Michelle Morgan. It wouldn't be overly surprising if Devon cheated on Abby. Their wedding is being hyped up right now, and everyone knows that November is a sweeps month. Could Devon do something shocking and have a one-night stand on the eve of his wedding day? What if Amanda swings back into town? She may have a scheme to ruin Devon's day by seducing him. Then again, Elena could land back on screen where the two realize they have unresolved feelings for each other. A lot can happen between now and November, so what if Audra Charles, Zalika Silver, saunters into Devon's orbit to seduce him? Still, the Y&R writers could also craft a completely unexpected hookup, with someone like Summer Newman, Allison Lanier, for a crazy plot twist. The opportunities are endless. As the crisp autumn air settled over Genoa City, the Newman-Abbott Chancellor families prepared for what was supposed to be a magical event. Devon Hamilton and Abby Newman's highly anticipated wedding. The couple, once bound by mutual admiration and respect, seemed destined to solidify their bond after navigating the ups and downs of love, loss, and life's unexpected twists. However, behind the scenes, a secret was brewing that threatened to shatter the foundation of their relationship, as well as the lives of those around them. The wedding was set to take place at the Newman Ranch, an ideal venue for a grand event. Nikki had personally overseen the decorations, ensuring that every inch of the space was perfect for her daughter's big day. Abby was glowing with excitement, dressed in a custom gown that reflected her fierce independence and grace. Devon, on the surface, seemed equally thrilled, but there was something lurking beneath his calm exterior, an unspoken guilt that gnawed at him. It had all started innocently enough, as many betrayals do. Devon had been in contact with a mysterious business associate who had come into town unexpectedly, a beautiful and enigmatic woman named Maria Hart. She was new to Genoa City but carried herself with the confidence of someone who had seen the world and mastered its games. Devon had met Maria through his music business, and the two had clicked immediately on a professional level. But what Devon didn't anticipate was the intense chemistry that simmered between them. Abby had been preoccupied with the wedding plans, spending her days with Ashley and Tracy, and her nights working late at society. Devon, feeling the stress of the upcoming nuptials and grappling with his own commitment issues, found solace in Maria's company. They began working late into the night, going over music contracts and strategies for his label, and the lines between business and pleasure blurred more than once. One night, just days before the wedding, things took a turn that neither of them expected. It was after a particularly long meeting at Devon's penthouse. Maria had been venting about her struggles in the cutthroat industry and how she felt she never had someone she could truly rely on. Devon, sensing her vulnerability, offered her comfort. As the evening grew darker, the wine flowed freely, and their laughter echoed through the empty space. It was a familiar scene, but this time it was something different. There was an unspoken understanding between them, a connection that had been growing beneath the surface for weeks. Maria leaned in a little too close, her hand brushing against Devon's arm. His pulse quickened, and before he could stop himself, he leaned in to kiss her. It wasn't just a casual kiss. It was a kiss that spoke volumes about the longing and tension that had built up between them. In that moment, Devon forgot about Abby, forgot about the wedding, and surrendered to the heat of the moment. What followed was a whirlwind of passion, a steamy one-night stand that Devon would come to regret the moment the sun rose. The guilt was instant, but the damage had been done. The morning after, as Devon lay beside Mariah, reality came crashing down. He quickly got dressed, leaving Mariah asleep in his bed, and rushed out to clear his head. How could he have done this to Abby? Abby, who had always trusted him, who had stood by him through thick and thin, who was preparing to become his wife in just a few short days. Devon was racked with guilt, but he also knew there was no undoing what had happened. Meanwhile, Abby was completely oblivious to the storm brewing behind the scenes. She spent the morning with Ashley, trying on her wedding veil and beaming with excitement over how perfect the day would be. Devon had been acting a little distant, but she chalked it up to pre-wedding nerves. After all, planning a wedding was stressful, and she had no reason to believe that her fiancé was hiding anything from her. But things started to unravel when Mariah couldn't handle the guilt of what had transpired. She hadn't planned to sleep with Devon, it just happened, and now she couldn't stop thinking about him. The thought of facing Abby at the wedding made her stomach turn. Mariah knew she had to come clean, but the risk of exposing her night with Devon would destroy everything. The friendship between Abby and Mariah, and the love that Abby believed she shared with Devon, would be obliterated in an instant. Devon, on the other hand, was spiraling. He couldn't shake the memory of that night with Mariah, and it started affecting his behavior. He became more withdrawn and edgy, snapping at Abby over minor details about the wedding. Abby noticed the change, but every time she asked him about it, he assured her everything was fine. But deep down, Abby had her suspicions. She had been hurt before by betrayal, and her instincts were telling her something wasn't right. Days before the wedding, Mariah finally reached her breaking point. She couldn't bear to keep the secret any longer and arranged to meet with Abby. Maria's heart raced as she prepared to drop the bombshell that could ruin Abby's future. Abby, still in high spirits about the wedding, met Mariah with her usual warmth, completely unaware of the heartbreak that was about to unfold. "Mariah, what's wrong?" Abby asked when she noticed her friend's anxious demeanor. "I need to tell you something," Mariah said, her voice shaking. "Something happened with Devon." Abby's smile faded and her stomach dropped. "What do you mean?" Mariah took a deep breath, tears welling up in her eyes. "I slept with him, Abby. I'm so sorry." For a moment, Abby didn't speak. The room seemed to spin and her heart pounded in her chest. The betrayal cut deep, deeper than she ever could have imagined. How could Devon, the man she trusted with her heart, do this to her? And with Mariah, of all people? The wedding that was supposed to be the happiest day of Abby's life now loomed over her like a dark cloud. Would she go through with it, or would Devon's betrayal be the final nail in the coffin of their relationship?